Welcome back, pen friends. This is Tom with Goldspot Pens, and it is the end of April 2019 and time for our monthly top 5 pens at goldspot.com. Just like the annual appearance of Justin Timberlake memes, it's going to be May. We're back to remind you that the calendar is a changin'. So let's take a look at the month that was in the world of fine writing. So April was a busy yet fun month. April 8th, we had our second Pens and Pints meeting at Red Tank in Red Bank, New Jersey. We had our friends come out. Some of you had come out from the last time, and it's great to see some new faces coming in too. We have a lot of fun. We drink a little bit, have some beer, try out some pens. We had a couple of distributors help support us this time for this month's pen event because we had Neil the Wheel from Kenro Industries. He had brought Montegrappa Mini Mule. He had brought a new Esterbrook, the new Esterbrook pen nooks that are coming out soon, and he also brought the Aurora Gotcha nib, which is something that we'll take a look at here on the YouTube channel sometime in May. We also had John Ryan from Universal Luxury Brands representing Lamy here in the United States, and he had brought some of the new 2019 finishes, including the All-Star in Bronze and the Safari Pastels, which we'll get to a little bit later, and some other interesting items, one of which is a secret item that we'll see a little bit later in this year. So on our channel, we didn't do a lot of videos this month, but we did do one that we are especially proud of, which was a torture test of the Peniter Avatar, which we had our friend Penboy Roy help us out with, and we completely demolished the thing. And it really wasn't a case of like, oh, we need to break something that's considered to be unbreakable. We wanted to really stress the point that that pen can really handle the vigors of everyday use and actually have a physical breaking point, which you expect it would have when it's met with just brutal raw force. So thanks go out to Penboy Roy for helping us out with bringing it to that level of extremity, and we look forward to doing a lot more videos in May, which we'll talk about at the end of this video. So the pen industry certainly did not have a spring break this month. There were plenty of candidates to pick from when we compiled our top 5 list, including a new Goldspot fountain pen, an exclusive one from one of our esteemed manufacturers that we work with. So before we head into the top 5 pens, I'd like to throw in an honorable mention of the Pilot 100th Anniversary ink set. So one of the fun things about April was that Pilot finally came around to the fact that it had a 100th anniversary birthday last year. By that I mean they actually released the items that most people could really enjoy in celebration of their 100th anniversary, which is this collection of 7 new Pilot Iroshizuku inks, of which they came in this 15 milliliter sampler set that you would get in these little cute adorable bottles. And these are brand new colors that are not part of the everyday Iroshizuku line. So this was only exclusively made as a limited edition run for their 100th anniversary. And it comes in this neato sort of case that was devised for this. And they also come in the standard Iroshizuku 50 milliliter glass bottles that everybody's come to know and love too. But if you wanted to try out the whole set or collect these inks, then this sampler set was the way to go, because it's kind of expensive buying full bottles of every single color of all the 7 colors. So, but this is kind of deserves an honorable mention because it's not really a pen to belong in the top 5 pens, but it is still something that really people latched onto and needed to buy as many as they possibly could while this was still available. We do have them at the time of this filming, probably a few dozen left available, so definitely check them out if you're into inks. Alright, so quick disclaimer, this top 5 list is not a top 5 pens of all time, nor is this my personal top 5 list of pens that I like to use. This is a top 5 list of pens that you guys enjoyed purchasing or liking or commenting or reviewing on our website, goldspot.com, and it is all within the month of April. Number 5, you might recognize this box. We usually have it off on the side in our set here. This is our Goldspot Pens Pen Plus Sample box that we've paired a few different types of pens with ink samples with, and one of the most popular sets that we've put together this month is the Faber-Castell Loom set. So this was our weekly dip a few weeks ago, and you can see it comes with 5 different Faber-Castell ink samples, of which they are not only named, but they're also color-coded here too. And they have the part numbers on them, so if you really like the color, you could go and reorder them on Goldspot.com. And we also have the Faber-Castell Loom, which is a great entry-level fountain pen. Has a snap cap, stainless steel, German-made nib. And usually just comes with a cartridge. Well, it's a little dummy cartridge here, but a little cartridge that's in the barrel. And but what we did is, since we're giving you ink samples, you need a way to fill them, right? So we also included a Faber-Castell converter, of which you'd be able to just plug right in here and start inking up and writing on away. But this was one of the most popular sets that we had. We have them still available at the time of this video in a variety of different colors to the cap portions here. So we have a silver, there's an orange, blue, and a violet, I believe. So that's definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. They're on sale at goldspot.com currently. Number 4 on our list has an astrophysical connection to the cosmos, and we actually experienced this month was the first actual photographic evidence of a black hole. What creates a black hole? Well, a supernova does. So this is the Sailor ProGear Slim Supernova, and this is the ProGear Slim size, which is the smaller sized of the two ProGear models. It has a 14 karat gold nib, and what you may notice by just me quickly taking it out of the box here is that it's sparkly. It's got a kind of resin that has been infused with these little metallic flakes that are dispersed very evenly throughout the entire finish, so it gives the impression of a distant star field in a nebula somewhere millions of light years away. And this follows up the Purple Cosmos and the Galaxy Starburst that had come out before it. It's a limited edition run of 800 pieces worldwide. We were lucky to really get a decent amount, so we still have some of them available at the time of this taping, and they're just going quick. There's a really nice solid construction type of pen, beautiful trims, awesome nib that comes in several different nib sizes, 7 to be exact. Goes from extra fine, fine, medium, broad, zoom, and music. So you have a wide variety of different sizes for you to try out, and which nib size is right for you, you could always check it by taking a look at our video with the Sailor nib size comparison. Number 3 on our list is a holdover from last month. This is the Pelican 205, and this is the clear demonstrator. And actually, it's a clear demonstrator set that comes with not only the nib size of your choosing on the pen, but it also comes with an extra italic stock nib from Pelican. And it's a great value because both the nib and the pen together are actually less expensive than the pen was originally, and this is one of those deals that, like we mentioned last month, we worked out with Pelican and was able to do since this style is slowly going away. So we do have plenty of stock available, which is why this has been a popular pen during the month of April, and it's really easy to swap out. All you would essentially do is you'd take your nib by the thumb and forefinger, and you would turn it counterclockwise, and you would just screw in the italic nib. And just kind of getting some feedback from some customers about the italic, it's not like a crisp italic, it's more like a stub, so the ends of the nib are rounded, which may not produce as much line variation as you may think, especially if you do have experience with italic nibs, but still a really cool nib, and you could always get them modified to your liking, and then kind of ground down to the level of smoothness and the level of line variation that you like by an experienced nib meister. But overall though, for the value that it is, you have a clear demonstrator pen that you can ink virtually with any color and change the complexion of the entire pen by virtue of the ink color that you put inside, and you get an extra bonus nib to go along with it. So it's a great deal and definitely worthwhile checking out. Number 2, we have the introduction of the Lamy Safari 2019 Pastel collection, of which I have the nice pastel blue color that in the fountain pen, and this has been a very popular release because, I mean, it's Lamy, it's a Safari, it's an entry-level price point, and it's also a special edition, which are insanely collectible. So it's a color that's other than black for this year, and it's in fact 3 colors, which we've covered previously in a couple of other videos we talked about, but I have the blue fountain pen that's here. We also have them in rollerball and ballpoint pen, and all 3 modes have been just going crazy. People really enjoy this collection, enjoy the colors that came out, especially at this time of year. And what we had done too, we might be running out of this promotion currently, but we had put in an extra converter. Well, actually not extra, because they don't come with converters for the fountain pen, but we included a converter with every fountain pen of the Safari Pastel line that you purchase, and we limit it to 300 customers. But at this particular time, we're nearing towards the end of it, so I can't necessarily promise that will continue longer, but it was something that we wanted to do to really make a big splash and get everybody's attention on this new special edition. And our number one pen of April 2019 is the Retro 51 New York City Skyline fountain pen. That is our exclusive limited edition with Retro 51. This was a design that we had came up with last year that was in the rollerball form. Now we have it in the new and improved 2019 Retro 51 Tornado fountain pen version. And it has a Jowo number 6 stainless steel nib. Comes in a variety of different nib sizes, including extra fine, fine, medium, and 1.1 stub nib. And does come with a cartridge, comes with a couple cartridges and a converter. And one of the fun, well, this one doesn't anyway, but one of the fun aspects about our Skyline collection is that not only does it look cool with the architecture and the landmarks of the particular city, but when you turn out the lights, it glows in the dark. So any of the white parts that you see here, including the little crescent moon that's here, it glows in the dark, and Lady Liberty does as well. We made this edition run match the number of pens that we had in the Rollerball edition, which was 333 pieces, and we released this on Tuesday, the 23rd of April, and as of this taping, we have sold out more than half of them, and it's just been amazing to see the response that people are really loving this pen. They love the design idea, and they love the fact that we made this a fountain pen. Retro had done an amazing job. We had covered this in a previous video too, about the redesign of their fountain pen and also improving the nib. So it's definitely something that is worthwhile for collecting, because we saw, as with the Retro 51 Rollerball in this New York Skyline, that the value had skyrocketed as soon as we had sold out of our initial run. So 333 pieces. Just to give you a little hint, if you want to get a lower number, go for the finer point sizes, because that's how they numbered them, is in batches of point sizes. So if that may help you in trying to decide which point size to go with, the finer point sizes are the lower end of the number range. So that concludes our top 5 pens for April of 2019. What to expect for May? Alright, so first we have a Pelican pen that we're expecting to get. It's an M600 in violet white, and this is an edition that was announced last month, but it's probably going to be delivered sometime in May, and we're looking forward to it. We're going to do something a little special for that. And speaking of Pelican, we'll be visiting and shooting video at the Pelican factory in Hanover, Germany. Trip will also include some stops that we'll take to Lamy and to Kawako as well. And if you guys have any suggestions of any stationery stores or writing related destinations that we should also visit in Germany, feel free to comment below, and maybe we'll actually make a little detour or pit stop to go check it out and take some video there. We also have an Esterbrook SD that we're expecting to get. It's a spring edition, and it's going to be part of a double pen release. So there'll be a spring edition and a fall edition, a new acrylic of the Esterbrook SD. We'll also talk about the new custom ground Aurora Gocha nib that I alluded to in the beginning of the video. We're also going to be launching Bennu. It's a new brand for us, and we have a video in the works that will be released in early May. And we'll also have new pens from Sailor, Karandash, Retro 51 Popper Limited Edition that we're expecting as well. Finally, thanks goes to all of you guys who support Goldspot pens by liking, subscribing, placing orders on goldspot.com. We just hit 8,000 subscribers, and we couldn't be happier with all the love that we get from you guys. Stay inky, my friends. Take care.